All right, everybody. So let's just review the markets today. Today was FMC, and there was a lot of opportunities, a lot of traps as well. So this is a euro in the morning.
The market is closed.
What you had was demand, but again, I'm not looking at just this. I'm looking at levels as well. So over here, the buying pressure came. You see that blue over white over red. This is bullish. And then you had there was biggest price in 10 waves and biggest volume in 36. So then it's just after that it did a pullback. But the thing is, you have to understand that these two lows are going to get taken. This is what this market does. All right, so rally, pullback, can't go higher. Take both these lows and then go up to this area here prior to FOMC. So that is the trade, and basically very nice trade opportunity with not too much risk. That's what you're looking for. All right, let's move on to let's go to the ES. So this was also a great opportunity, but they did a shakeout first. So what happened was there was a lot of buying activity, as you can see over here. This is in the, I think, 930. All right, so 930. Again, you have blue over white over red, bullish cross or whatever. This is just a supply demand indicator that I created, a good one. And basically then, so step one, step two, you see the demand. This is real demand. And then confirmed by price and volume wave. So step 1, 2, 3, and demand's in control. After that, they did this shakeout. But how you know this is a shakeout? Because the NQ didn't confirm, and it didn't have fall through. In fact, it had a reversal, which is right here. This bar is actually bigger than the breakdown bar, so that's how you know one indication that this is a reversal. And after that, it rallied and went up here. All right. Now this area on a higher time frame was like a supply zone. So that's where the supply came in and just puked during FOMC. Okay. So how you trade this, even if you're, even if you're in and it doesn't work out, you can always re-enter here and catch something. So the better trade, I think, was on the NASDAQ, which, there was supply, but it couldn't break the low. So that's how you know that this is buying activity. I knew this was bullish, even though in the S&P they swept it, because the bull volume is much bigger than the red volume, much bigger. So even though this is a significant price move down, it's not supported by volume that's greater than the prior green wave. This wave up had a lot of demand, and the wave down had supply, but it could not take this area out, and the volume relative to the green volume is significantly less. So after that, it did a retest and showed that there is no supply on the retest, right here. That retest lasted only 6 minutes. It's right here, and had no price and volume. So it's a no-brainer. And the other thing is the top indicator is just rallying right here, blue, white, red. So there you go. That was the demand is very strong. Some supply, but it's not as strong as demand. And after that, it just rallied to the target. That was the target. And from there, you have FOMC. The FOMC just had supply come in. They went to a key level here, and buying activity came in, biggest in 49 waves. So it's very important to have an idea of the buying and selling waves, but not just from a visual cue, but also from a from a way where you can quantify it. So this is based on 49 waves. So obviously this is not a regular pullback, right? You have the biggest price wave in 49 waves, and the volume is increasing, biggest in 6 waves. Holds, retests, and then goes right back up. So I know that no one was expecting this. No one's expecting this move up. But that's the thing. That's how markets work, because you have to see the higher time frame. If you saw the higher time frame, you realize this is a very nice level. A very nice level around here. And all it did was sweep it. All right. The entry, by the way, if you noticed, this thing goes to a target, supply comes in, and then had a follow-through bar. That was telling you that there's a possibility it's going to go down, especially because this area was a higher time frame level, and that level was untapped. So it makes sense to go down there first, accumulate, and then run up. Crude, I think this thing is going to break. It hasn't broken yet, but I think it's going to break because you have selling activity, blue below, white below, red, right? This is selling activity right here. And this is based on price and volume. So something that I put together because I saw no indicator really takes price, volume, and puts it together in a Wyckoff style way to judge supply and demand. So this is it. Then big red right here. And you have the two price and volume verification, which is big price, big volume. Done. Turn. So I'm expecting this to break. I could be wrong, but this is some significant supply. So it might get up thrusted or it might just react off of this zone. Let's see. See that? All they did was go to the supply zone. So that's an excellent area for supply to defend. Demand get exhausted. More supply come in and break. We'll see. Nat gas. This is interesting. They did there's some preliminary buying before, but this accumulation, how you can tell, right? Selling attempt, selling attempt, selling attempt, selling attempt, selling attempt. When you have multiple selling attempts, it can't go down. It's because it's being bought. Selling attempt, selling attempt, selling attempt, selling attempt, selling attempt, and it goes up. So that means the selling attempts are failing to break. Multiple selling attempts that don't go down because there's accumulation. And also because right here you can see the buying signatures. So, blue above white above red, crossover very clean, higher blue, and demand in control. Volume came in, biggest in 21 waves. This one right here, biggest in 21 waves. The volume in this. And finally they did a spring. After the spring, you see biggest in 6 waves and biggest in 26 waves. Biggest price in 6 waves, biggest volume in 26 waves with the green. So that's demand. And now it's retesting it. So I don't know if it's going to go now, but if it does this during more active times, because you need someone to buy the pullback. You can't just have no people and no bots, no one buying the pullback. So that's a problem, right? So that's why you need time of day where there's active, where market's active, participants must be active. So they can buy this pullback right here to go higher. Gold, this was very bad because There was initial demand activity, but that's, I think, very early in the morning, so it's irrelevant. Here, actually, I don't know what time. No, never mind. This was relevant. It's not that early in the morning. It's after 8. So there's some demand, unable to really press, goes down and then rallies. But after FOMC, everything went down the hill. There's some demand, but it's not good. I want to see a breakout. So see how this diverges from the selling activity, so it's going to go up. Anyway, that's what happened. And then I mean, if this thing went higher a little bit more with more volume, and you have this, it becomes very bullish, but it didn't. It just went up here into this area and puked. It is getting interesting now, though. It's probably because it's end of day. The volume signature is higher typically during the end of the day. Copper was, it went crazy today, but there was a very good trade. If you're a white cost student, you would have caught it. Otherwise, you're not able to catch it. And I'll explain it. All right. This trade, before it went, this is actually real data. It went crazy, went all the way up there. But the indications caught it, you know? Because, first of all, get this fixed. This is very important. Price going down, 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 right? After this, there's something going on in here. This accumulation, there's a spring. One of the ways to identify was the demand is very strong in this area, very strong. It just turned the supply trend to a demand trend after this. And then finally, it made one more low, diverged, and bang, went up, making a higher high with more demand. All right, this area here had the biggest volume in 27 waves. This had the biggest price in 27 waves. So they did their accumulation in here, then had a breakout and demand signature, and then you just and then this indicator basically tells you demand is in and breaking the supply trend and all of that, and just taking a look at the wave volume and the price and volume right here, they gave you everything you needed to know that this is going to pull back, retest only 6 minutes and fly. But I did not expect this kind of crazy move. I have something pushed it. Yeah, I thought it was just going to go up to here, I thought, it was just going to go up to here. But it took out all the prior highs and went all the way up and then broke and went limit down. But anyway, if you know about markets, you would have known to get in on this pullback in this area because of the supply-demand dynamics. Anyway, I'm done. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.